Again, 1 out of 8 women in America will be diagnosed with cancer,
and 1 out of 43
will die. So, again, this is not to scare you, but this is to prepare you, right? To bring awareness to you that you don't wait till you are in the chaos, in the storm to get prepared, right? We live in Florida. What do we do? Like June and July, we're getting ready for hurricane, right? Exactly. We don't wait. Like me last year, I waited till the season started for me to go get my generator. What's going to happen? I'm not going to find it.
When you get the phone.
Yes, I'm not going to find it, right? So you don't wait till
what about water? At a point,
yes,
you find nowhere.
So you don't wait, right? That's why they talk about hurricane preparedness, right? So yes, so you prepare before it comes, not when it's coming, not while you are in it. So it's the same thing, right?
It's not while you're in the storm you're trying to find a solution.
Yes,
it's
no
preparedness before.
So you need to have a plan, and those individuals who going through bankruptcy, who's find themselves in this financial toxicity period, is because they didn't have a plan B. A lot of people say, hey, I have health insurance, or I have insurance in my job. Guess what? The insurance on your job, it doesn't pay anything while you are living, right? It does not have what we call living benefits, right? It's a death insurance. When you die, it pays to your family, right? Your health insurance, it's limited.
And they will not cover that cost.
Or they may cover to 80%. Where's the 20% gonna come from?
And the 20% adds up a lot.
Tell me about it.
A lot.
Right? So you have to pay the 20% for your care, your mortgage, you still have to pay. And when you find yourself in a position that you cannot work, right? How long your PDOs will cover you, how far your savings will take you. So having a plan in place, right, will save your life, save your family's future, because the mortgage, you still have to pay it.
Nothing stops. Unfortunately, the world continues.
They do not care. It's like,
unfortunately,
you can tell them, oh yeah, I'm going through this. Oh, I'm sorry, but
the job still needs to be done. I still need this payment. So when do you think you
Yes. So we still have to pay the mortgage, still have to pay the car. The kids,
they were
taken care of. They were participating in sports. Yeah, they may say, okay, Mom, I understand, but they still want to live their normal lives, right? So you can put a plan in place, right? And it is through life insurance. Yes, we're not talking about death insurance. We're talking about life insurance with living benefits. So I know you were telling me that you have a story of your client.
So I had a client where she signed up in May of, I think it was last year, May. Her child's father, and of course the kids were the beneficiary. Do you know by the July that woman passed away from cancer?
Listen,
like the policy was done, and she didn't even, it wasn't even 3 months. She wasn't 3 months into her policy.
And some people think that, and some of those cancers, they can come to you like a bandit in the night. Yeah, so it can overnight. So again, early detection. Now, can you imagine that father and how many kids they had?
It was 3.
Can you imagine?
I think the youngest one was 8.
Can you imagine? We may not be able, you can't bring their mom back, but financial burden, financial chaos, it's
paying
the one.
For the funeral.
Yes.
When the kids turn 18, they have something to live on when they're going away to college. If they go away, I mean, there's so much. And another thing that I wanted to touch on with the living benefits, let's say it doesn't even get that far. But the thing is, you're dealing with a sickness. You have no energy. You know, you're feeling guilty. You're feeling bad. Like, what could I have done to prevent this? And even though it's not your fault, unfortunately, it's, you know. But at the same time, like you said, if you have kids, you don't have that will or want or energy to even do anything. Now, imagine you can't pay your bills. Imagine that you're getting notices foreclosure, eviction, repo. Like they don't go hand in hand. And just so you're going through physical, emotional, mental agony. And guess what's going to happen? It's going to spread faster. Like the medicines are going to get more expensive because now you have to be on more than probably 3 or 4, and that's not cheap. So it's just a never-ending cycle of what? Money that is needed. So the importance of having a living benefit, people don't understand. Also, the understanding is, God forbid something were to still happen, no matter what you were qualified to take out, your family still gets that if you pass. Whatever.
Yeah. And the thing is that we need to keep in mind a lot of those deaths, they could have been saved because a lot of times the stress induced by the financial chaos kill them before the illness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? Because it spreads faster.
Yeah.
Stress is a killer.
Yes. Stress is a killer. And you know that, right? So, yeah, the financial stress, again, 70%. And I've sat down with many kids who end up homeless after their parents pass because there was nothing left for them. So, yes, I know you love your kids, but we need to do something more than just leaving them love, right? Your family. I know you love them, but you cannot leave them debt. You cannot leave them collections. Because guess what?
Or a GoFundMe.
your debts don't stop because you no longer exist. Your family still has to pay them. Your family has to pay your debts, right? The last tax, you have to file that. Uncle Sam, they don't care you're dead. They still want you, right? So I know you can speak on that. You were
alive during that process. There was a period of that year that you were alive.
Yes, unless you passed on January 1st.
Okay. There was a period. No, the year before you.
The year, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. You don't.
Yeah. So they still want.
They want that birth certificate, that death certificate, and
yes.
No.
So
they want their money.
Your debts don't stop. So you have to ask yourself, okay, if I were to get diagnosed with an illness, whether it's cancer, stroke, heart attack, how are you going to survive to that financially? Are you prepared for that storm? Ask yourself, are you prepared for that storm? Because as statistics show, 1 out of 8 women will be diagnosed with cancer. What is going to be your outcome financially if that 1 out of the 8 is you? Again, you can prevent financial chaos, financial toxicity by having an insurance plan with living benefits. Now, I need to say what the living benefits are because a lot of times people say, I have living benefits, but what they have is terminal illness. I want to share this on my socials. So what they have is living terminal illness. Okay, terminal illness is when you have a diagnosis that says you have 12 months or less to live, right? Yes, if the diagnosis is not, if the illness is not detected early enough, you can find yourself in that terminal. Because I know pancreatic cancer, it's like within 3 months it can, like I have 2 people, like within 3 months it can take you out. Yeah, if by the time it is detected, but it's that percentage is very, very small, right? So when you say you have terminal illness benefits, no, it's not. So you need to have, so if you have a plan, if you have an insurance plan and your advisor told you that, oh, you have living benefits, you need to go and check what type of living benefits Do you have? So when we're talking about living benefits, we're talking about critical illness rider, right? Critical illness rider covers cancer, stroke, heart attack, blindness from diabetes, if you're getting a transplant, organ transplant, major organ transplant, ALS. Okay? Now,
and major accidents.
Major accidents, right? If you are disabled, right? So your policy will pay you 24%, up to 24% of your death benefit. So let's say you have $100,000 policy, $24,000 is coming to you. And do they have to report that to IRS? No. So that's free money. Okay, so you're living free money.
Tax free.
Okay, tax free. So for those who don't know, life insurance is the only income that is yet to be taxed. You say, oh, life insurance is income. Yep, it's incoming to you, so it is income, right?
Not 401k.
Not 401k, right? So it is incoming to you. Mm-hmm. So it is tax free. You never have to report it to IRS, right? No income, no benefits come from insurance you ever have to report it. Same thing when it goes to your beneficiaries. They don't have to report that. There is no capital gain tax on that. So you see why the informed, the elite, they're stacking money in life insurance? Because they don't want to pay taxes.
And it's safe there.
It is safe, okay? It is safe. So 24% of your death benefit comes to you tax-free. You never have to report it to IRS, and you don't have to pay it back. Whether you live or die, you don't have to pay it back. So that is your critical illness rider. Chronic, right? So let's say that you have a condition, right? Accident, and you get disabled, you cannot go to work, or you have surgery that is prolonging and past 90 days, and you still need help bathing, dressing, eating, transferring, incontinence. Guess what? Once you cannot do two of your activity of daily living, which we call ADLs, guess what? The insurance company will pay you 2% of your death benefit until you no longer need it. So, and long-term care. So you have critical, chronic. So there are 4 types of living benefits: critical, chronic, terminal illness, and long-term care, right? To date, Florida is now one of the states that requires their residents to have long-term care. There are about 18 to 20 states. Texas, Washington State requires for you to have long-term care.
As much as the rules and the regulations and the laws are changing, there's so many laws and rules that are doing it for our benefit. And again, because life happens.
Life happens.
You never know when you're going to get that news. And again, you never know when you're going to have a stroke sometimes. You know, you could be completely healthy and boom.
I think statistics show like somebody right now is having a heart attack. Every 3 seconds, somebody's having a heart attack.
This is real life, and it's happening in real time. And again, not just having the life insurance, but having it with living benefits will save you that additional stress and mental anguish that you don't have to go through.
That you don't have to.
Every day something is happening. Every moment you're on the highway, there's an accident.
God, we're driving down here. How many of it's like, oh my God.
It's and so this is real life. This is not something we're making up. This is like, you can go and Google this. This is factual information that we're giving you at this moment in time.
Yes.
And the thing about living benefits as well, it's not only is it tax-free, you don't have to pay it back. You like, there's so much things being taken off, and it's benefiting you. That's why it's called benefit.
It's benefiting you.
It's really benefiting you. It's truly a benefit to you and your family.
Now, I think sometimes people are reluctant to get insurance, life insurance, because they're thinking they're helping you. At what are they helping you as the agent? Who benefits more?
The family.
Okay, so
somebody said that to me the other day. Somebody said, "Oh, if I'm not gonna get insurance through you, I don't want to speak to your partner. I don't want to speak because they're gonna be looking out for themselves." I'm like, no, that's not how it works. It's very minimal to what I will be getting.
Listen,
to the benefits that your family will be getting. Like it's a job. I'm working. I get paid.
We
for
have
my,
to get
yeah.
paid for
so
our
I get paid for my
services.
job.
Yes.
And then, God forbid something happens, because of course that's not what I want to happen for you. But your family is taken care of. And realistically speaking, it says it. It is written.
Yes. So
we are not supposed to leave our loved ones in debt.
Oh, you're going there, right? You're going there. So for those who are believers, because I know that there are some non-believers, and you should repent. No.
We're not here to condemn or judge.
It is said that you need to leave, you have to leave an inheritance to your kids, not only to your kids, to your kids' kids. And guess what? The informed, the elites, they are doing a very good job at that. Guess what?
Great job.
Because you know what? They are planning for 8 generations. What are we planning? Not even one. Because look at our kids. We don't get insurance on our kids because we don't want them to die. No, your kids will not die because you have a life insurance for them or on them. And please don't get $10,000 or $25,000 thinking you get
it's nothing.
No. At least getting $100K, $250,000, and guess what? It's very minimum. It is. Somebody got upset because I said it is as cheap as a cheeseburger. Imagine you're taking cheeseburgers are not even $1 anymore, right? So if you average cheeseburger $3 or whatever, just a cheeseburger, are they even $3? So if you take your kids to McDonald's 10 times a month, paying $3, that's a policy. Like $30. Can you not save $30 for your kids? I'm not screaming at you. Just I take this very seriously.
No,
listen.
So let's not even talk about fast food.
I'm very passionate about this.
As a woman, how many times do you go to Marshall's? Do you go to Walmart? Do you go to Publix? Do you go to Macy's? And you're buying things that you don't even need. Do you know how many clothes in your closet that still have tags?
Are you talking to me?
That's a policy.
That's a
People
policy.
don't understand that. How many times do you go to Ross and then come back with
average $50, $60? I went to Ross.
That's average? Oh,
I'm saying you walk in, right? I went to Ross. I was not supposed to go. I went to look for brushes, for makeup brushes. I did not buy makeup brushes, but I did walk out of there $60 for like 2 pieces of clothing that I'm gonna wear for a couple times and then put it aside. Listen,
that's a policy.
That's a policy. Or two. People think that it's expensive. It's expensive comparing to what? Let's have this. Let's talk about this. Life insurance is expensive comparing to what?
When we're spending money prematurely, immaturely, and
it's not.
It's a security blanket.
What you need to do for those of you who are still on the fence about getting protected, I want you guys, those who are watching, I do want you guys to follow me on Facebook. My name is Danielle Noel on Facebook, and I am Danielle Noel on Instagram. I do need you guys to follow me, right? And if you don't want to do business with me, find a broker that you trust, because I'm sure that your cousin, your ex-cousin, your auntie,
your best friend's best friend
can educate you, right?
Your sister-in-law.
One of them. Reach out to someone. Say, okay, you know what? I've always been on the fence, but today's the day that I'm going to change the trajectory of my family by putting a plan in place just in case.
And guess what?
I get diagnosed with an illness or when I die. Because I'm sorry to tell you this, but unless, you are here when he comes and lift us up, right? You're going to die. We all going to die.
We are all on that calendar.
Yes, it's a matter of when, not a matter of if. Okay? I'm sorry.
That's an appointment that you cannot miss, honey.
You can't.
Hey, we were all on that calendar.
You can hide. He's going to say, hey, I'm here for you. You got to go. So you have to make sure, okay, you have something in place that no GoFundMe, no t-shirts, no fish fries, right? And you don't come to me because if you are healthy, if you are able, you didn't get a plan, don't expect me to participate in your GoFundMe.
And I just want to piggyback on what you said. Even if it isn't us, you go to someone you trust. Guess what? We just gave you a whole bunch of nuggets, and we just gave you a whole bunch of conversation starters. So you have an idea of what you should be talking about, what it looks like, the 4 types, if you don't mind saying them again, the 4 types of living benefits.
The 4 types of living benefits: critical, chronic, terminal illness, and long-term care. Okay, critical, you get 24% of your death benefit if you have a plan with living benefits, right? And some of those diagnoses are cancer, stroke, heart attack, blindness from diabetes, ALS, if you are having organ transplant, major organ transplant. The insurance company will say, hey, I feel you, I'm sorry you're going through this, but you know what? Let's lighten your burden a little bit. Let me give you some money so that you don't have to file bankruptcy. You don't have to move in with your in-laws. You know, I have 2 friends last year that got diagnosed. And unfortunately, you know how I love my people, but my people, you don't listen, you don't understand. You think you're doing me a favor. You are not doing me a favor by getting a policy, right? Both of them.
Or remember that gentleman that we met? He said, I had a bad experience. So for me, there's no way that you can have a I'm not trying to negate or
diminish what he said.
Or his feelings or how he felt or his experience. But, you know, it's, again, being educated and knowing the type of policy that you want for you and your family. The thing about it is, just because we said you can get money from it does not mean that, hey, after 6 months, you're going to call in and borrow from that policy.
No, you have to have an illness,
okay?
Right?
So let's be very clear. These are policies with living benefits. So God forbid something happens. God forbid you go and you get that test and it comes back negative, and it comes back that, yes, these are the steps or this is how your life has now become. You know, like we met this lady, she has a brain tumor, so she actually has a special policy. Because she has and this is going to affect her for the rest of her natural living life. So again, there's a policy for everyone. So it's not just, okay, let me borrow from,
no. Today we're talking about living benefits. Like I was saying, 2 of my friends who did not want to get policies because they were good, they had policies at work, and then they get diagnosed, and they came back to me and said, oh, that policy you were telling me about, oh, can I get it now? No, it's too late. Once you have that diagnosis, once you are diagnosed with cancer, you have to wait until you are 5 years into remission. You can get qualified for it, because we have some carriers that, okay, hey, life happens, like, you know, they still see you as a human being, and they will give you something, but you have to wait 5 years. And one of them had to give up his apartment, right, and moving back with parents. Is that what you want? Moving back with your parents, with your wife and kids?
That's hard.
No. He was young. By the time that I sat down with him, he was healthy enough to get something. Wouldn't have to move in with the parents, right? So again, this is...
Take the proper precautions.
Please, do yourself a favor. Find a broker that you trust and put something in place. And this is not a policy that you use it or you lose it. No, you use it or you pass it on, right? you use it or you pass it on. Let's say that, you are blessed that, no illness, all that money still goes to your family. So again, it is not expensive for you to get a plan. I sat down with a couple, right? So again, you have different type of policies, right? Even those who gone holding to term. Yes, there are some companies that will give you living benefits with term. You have to ask your broker, okay, hey, because a lot of times, so I sit down with a young couple, their finances are not where they're supposed to be to get a permanent like $200-300. Can you imagine like a 32-year-old, $600,000, she pays $18 for it. Term policy with living benefits. Tell me you can afford that. Please tell me you can afford $18.
Like, you don't even have to give up any of your bad habits of shopping.
You can still go to your Starbucks. You can still go to Ross. You just cut down one meal.
That's it.
One meal, right? So you can say, okay, I'm not 30. I have a 55. She's going to be 56 next month or this month. So last month, $250,000, paying $54 with living benefits because her finances are limited. She cannot get to $300, but guess what? She has a policy that she can leave something for her kids, and she has a policy with living benefits. Not terminal illness, critical, chronic, and terminal illness, right? The term policies don't have the long-term care. Sorry. But you can get you a term policy very, very cost effective, very cheap. I'm going to use that, right?
And it is.
As cheap as a cheeseburger, right? That will protect you when life happens, right? So as we close, so what we want you to know where you stand. Go get checked, right? It's very important. Know your numbers. Know your blood pressure number. Know your A1C. A lot of people, you ask them, what's your A1C? That's the number, that's the indicator of the number of glucose, level of glucose you have in your body, right? So, and just, do you know that you can get a stroke much quicker being diabetes instead of blood pressure?
Wow. No, I actually didn't know that.
So diabetes will kill you much faster than high blood pressure.
Oh, than high blood pressure.
Okay, so you need to know what your A1C is. Are you diabetic, right? So I had a client say, oh, I'm healthy as a horse, right?
Aren't we all?
And we did the policy and the
insurance.
insurance.
Medical?
No, because once you put in the policy, they pull up your firstborn child, right?
That is very true.
They pull up your firstborn child, and he came back. He didn't have to do medical, but they came back and said, "You said this man is healthy, but he is not. His A1C is 6.1 or whatever." They considered him pre-diabetic. But depends on your doctor, that's full diabetic. There's no pre-diabetic. Yeah, there's no pre-diabetes, right? That's diabetic. So, again, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but I have a little bit of knowledge. I say, hey, change how you eat because diabetes can be reversed, right? Change how you eat and go for a walk, 3 times a week, 30 minutes. Right? And then he sent me a text. He says, thank you. I'm going back to the gym. So, hey, we don't only come here and try to get business out of you. We educate you. We want you to be healthy, right? To be wealthy. So, we are not just here. So, okay, yes, you need to, get
Did I tell you about that client? I was like, oh, I need you to convince me. There's no convincing.
There's no convincing, honey.
We're not selling a product.
No. We're selling and the benefit is peace of mind.
Yes.
We're not selling you, I'm glad you brought that up. We're not selling you a product. We're selling you peace of mind. Do you not don't you deserve to have peace of mind? I think you do.
And I think you're worth it.
You are so worth it. Peace
you're
of
worth
mind,
that.
not only for you, but for your family. Whether you have kids or not, somebody still have to bear you. Somebody still have to support you.
People are going to mourn you.
I'm going to mourn you because you didn't have life insurance. So listen, somebody going to mourn you. Somebody has to bury you, right? Somebody has to support you if you're going through an illness. So let's not be selfish.
Because that's what it is,
right?
Technically.
The only place you're selfish is in the market, okay? So let's not be selfish. Again, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Know where you stand. It's not painful. I just went through it. It's not. We've gone through worse, right? Not even
Seriously.
childbearing, but we've gone through worse. Women, we've endured more painful things. Okay, so getting your breasts.
Men, please don't forget you are part of this as well.
So again, we need to lower your financial chaos, your financial stress. This is why we are telling you that you need to get checked and you need to have a plan in place. Okay? So your kids, they need to be covered too. Again, the informed, the elites, as soon as their kids have a Social Security, which is 14 days, within 14 days of their birth, guess what? They are putting a plan in place. So why can't you do that for your kids too? Why should your kids be drowning in debt? They're starting school in debt. Let's give your kids a leg up by putting something in place for them that they can leverage when they start college.
They're already going through the trauma of a loss, of not having their loved one, their parents, their confidant, their safe person, their safe haven. That person is no longer there. So why don't you make or help make that transition be easier? It's a given. As we say we love our children, we say we love our loved ones, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have children. It's whoever. I've had a policy since I was 21.
Good for your mom.
No, me as an adult.
Oh, you, okay.
I went and did, me as an adult.
Good for you.
That's not including what she has. This is me. As an adult, I signed. I was like, oh yeah, sure. What do I sign? What do I do?
Yep.
And just understanding the importance of it. And for me, my mindset was never, if I die. Never. It was never.
We'll go over the stats again for those who came in late. Last year, over 2 million people were diagnosed with cancer.
2.3 exactly.
2.3 million in America, not globally. In America, 2.3 million people were diagnosed with cancer. 70% of those will go through bankruptcy because of financial stress, financial toxicity, right? So you are going to treatments and you don't have money to pay your bills. That's added stress, and that will kill you sooner than the illness, faster than the illness. Okay, so medical bills is more than 50%. All of the bankruptcies in America attributed for medical bills. I think it's 52 or 56% of all bankruptcies. Because what? We don't have a plan in place. We say, oh, we have insurance at work. Your insurance is a death benefit, only pays when you die. If you leave the job, you don't have it. If you retire, you don't have it. And some companies, you have to die on the job. We are right here in Orlando. Disney, the largest employer in Central Florida, if you don't die on the job while you clocked in, they don't pay that $10,000. $10,000 Disney give you. What funeral can you do with $10,000?
You could pick out the casket.
Okay? So, this year alone, over 316,000 people were diagnosed with cancer, and that was women, right? Men, 2,800. Men can have breast cancer too, so you need to get diagnosed. If you're a wife, get your husband checked, okay? So, 1 out of 8 women will be diagnosed with cancer. You have to ask yourself,
are you one of those?
If you are one of those, what do you have in place that will help you stay afloat, not having to file bankruptcy, not having to lose your house, not having to give up your car, not having to say no to your kids?
And 1 out of 43 are on that death calendar.
Right? So guess what? 1 out of 2 people diagnosed with breast cancer will have significant psychological distress.
Of course.
1 out of 2. So it's like a 50-50. Okay? 1 out of 3 will face hardship. We are here not only to inform you that you need to get checked, but also to get a plan in place so that you don't find yourself in the chaos. You don't find yourself losing everything that you worked for because of a diagnosis. So we are here to tell you, you get diagnosed. If you have the right plan with the right company, you get paid. And that is peace of mind for you right there, right? If nothing else, call your broker, DM me on social media, and my number is public. So my number is 352-809-9037. 352-809-9037. I am Danielle Noel on Facebook. I am Danielle Noel on Instagram. Are you on social media, Fabi?
I am on social media. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my number if you do want to get in touch with me. So it's Fabienne, 754-253-6593. Again, 754-253-6593. We're here. But honestly, getting in touch with Danielle is getting in touch with me.
So call me now, right? To make sure that we have a plan
set in place
for you. Again, so what I'm encouraging you to do is revise what you have, right? Is it enough?
We can take a look at it too.
Yes, it's free. We do free financial analysis for you. We'll review it, right? Do you have enough coverage? Do you have a $50,000 plan? That's just enough for burial, right? You're not leaving a legacy. I don't want to go into that because we're wrapping up. Legacy, guys. What do you want to be remembered as? So this is beyond living benefits, right? If you think, oh, I'm good, I will never get, I had gone to a church and I was talking to them about living. They say, oh, Tom, a job. So it's like, you think you will never get diagnosed with cancer. I am okay with that. I am okay with that.
You like it, I love it.
Hey, yes, it's okay. So, but legacy for your kids, what do you want to be remembered as? So not only having a plan when financial chaos happens, but also leaving a legacy for your children, for your children's children. Again, the Bible, right? We are ordained, right, to leave a legacy, not only for our children, but for our children's children's children. And I can't remember the verse, but there's a verse that says, if you are not taking care of your family, even in your death, it's as if you deny the faith. Yes, it's as if you deny the faith. So if you are right a believer,
it goes deep.
And yes, even in your death, if you're not caring for your family, it's as if you deny the faith. So if you are a faithful person, if you claim that, you know, you believe in Christ, that you're a Christ follower, and you need
or if you're not,
you need to leave a legacy for your kids.
Yes.
So again, thank you guys.
But before you end this, I like my last words are, with everything that we gave you, whether it's like Daniela said, you don't come to us, but you reach out to someone. Setting this plan in place will be one of the biggest things you've done for yourself and for your family. So while you are going through this hardship, while you're going through this pain and suffering of whatever the illness might be, you know that you are at peace financially. And that's a huge burden to take off.
Again, guys,
Yourself, sorry.
yeah, the numbers don't lie.
They don't.
You can go into the World Health Organization and it will show you.
Or the American Cancer Society.
Yes, it will show you. I feel like I can't finish. So it's like so much information.
No, there is.
It's a lot.
And you don't want to like overwhelm them.
So you can go
But it's
and
good
look
information.
up the numbers. Again,
The stats don't lie.
the stats don't lie. Go to the CDC and it will show you cancer is the second leading cause of death in America. The leading. So you have to stop and think. What are you doing differently? What are you going to be doing differently?
For minimal cost.
For minimal cost, that you can have something that will help you in times of chaos, right? Again, I know some of our people, they
Are stubborn.
stubborn, or some of them have been burnt because we are living in an environment where
Everybody's
they
out
may
for
have
themselves.
sat down with someone to give them a plan, and they get ghosted. They never see them again. I have a client right now. I'm working with her. She is 52. She bought a policy well over 20 years ago. Well over 20 years ago. Since that day she got the policy,
Never heard.
never seen the agent. One thing that we assure every client is that we will have the annual review with you, right?
If
Because
anything changed,
things change. You know, 20 years ago she didn't have kids. So now I have to change the beneficiaries. She's married, have kids. I have to change the beneficiaries for her to ensure that the money doesn't go to unclaimed properties, right? So no, we are not the type of agents that you got a policy and you never see us. I'm gonna be in your face, okay?
Trust me, she is. But the thing about it is, like, this is why I love this in particularly, because we're not only here, again, trying to sell your product, we're educating you. So if you have a policy, great, that's fine. We can review it with you. And like Daniela says, things change. Or maybe you don't need this anymore and you need something different. Or maybe this is just great. And you know what?
We won't touch it.
We won't. Not only won't we touch
not.
it, but just because we had the dignity and the just, you know, the respect to say, you know what, this is great. Like, you don't need to do anything with this. What do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna refer me to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you love the fact that you didn't feel cheated. You love the fact that I looked at your policy and I said, no, this works. This really works. This is actually really good. I mean, didn't you do that for me?
Yes, I did. I'm not going to change it just to change it.
And I'm like, you know, and
Right.
you're like, no,
Yeah,
like,
because you did refer someone
Yeah.
to me. So, So the person said, "Oh, my wife is paying too much money for this, this amount of benefits or whatever." Sat down with them, had them pull up their policy, and I said, "If you want more coverage, yeah, we can change your premium, but this person who helped you did a great job." And guess what? She said, like they were taken back. they were taken back, thinking, "Oh, wait, did you just?" They look at me, okay, "Are you for real?" And guess what? And you thought the husband was apprehensive. Okay, guess what? He said, "Yeah, get with me next week. I'll take one from you." And they've already sent me to referrals. We are not in business. So one thing that when you are shopping around for a broker, for a licensed agent, whatever you want to call them, ask them, is this a career for them? Is this a side hustle? Ask them, interview them. Just like you interview everybody else, you should be interviewing everyone who's coming into your house. Ask them, how long you been doing this? Do you do anything else besides this? How long do you plan on being in this business? Right? Listen, I've been doing this for 4 years, solid. I've been in the industry for over 10 years, and I've worked in healthcare finance for 29 years. Okay? And guys, another thing that people will ask me, do they pay? I'm going to tell you firsthand, they pay. Because I don't know if I've ever shared with you that having worked in healthcare for 29 years, and 23 of those were in the nursing home setting.
Oh, no.
You never knew that? Okay. So, I would have, when Mrs. Smith would come in, "Hey, I have a long-term care policy. I want a private room. I want the one overlooking the lake." So, okay. So I would file the claim, and I would get my checks, like, religiously from Transamerica, Nationwide, or John Hancock. But I never understood what they were. 23 years, I was filing long-term care claims. Yes, they do pay.
Well, that's why you're so insightful.
I know. It's like they do pay. And it wasn't until when I bought my house, I've always, just like you, I've always had 2 policies. Listen, I tell my kids I have a policy, $20,000 policy just to bury me. If they don't want to bury me, I do not care. I'm dead. You want to burn me, keep the 20K.
I'm not going to know.
No, I will not be turning in my grave. Burn me, keep your 20. So I have a policy just for my burial, right?
And they do have that burial policy.
Yes. So, and I have a policy, for them. So when I bought my house, and I keep getting those, mortgage protection. That's another thing. If you have a house, you need a plan that will protect your mortgage when you pass. Especially if you have kids, you do not want them to
go fight the bank.
Yes, to lose the house. Get a 30-year term policy. If you have a 30-year mortgage, you have a 15-year mortgage. Like, in case you die within that 30 years, if you don't want to get it for you, get it to protect your mortgage, to make sure that legacy stays in your family. So anyone who has a mortgage, who owns a house, should have a mortgage protection, right? The one that you got at closing protects the bank. It doesn't protect your house, okay? So this lady came and sat down with me. Yeah, you get this, to protect your mortgage, and if you get sick, it will pay you out. I said, what do you mean? She said, yeah, if you get sick, you have living benefits, blah, blah. I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. I've been doing this for 23 years, and I never knew that's life insurance. That's paying for my patient's room and board. Listen, that long-term care plan gives you option.
It does. A lot.
Right? You have the option of rooming with 2-3 people. I was in a nursing home. They had 4 people in the room. First of all, why do you have 4 people in a room? But hey, if Medicaid is paying for you, you have no option.
The options are not as vast.
Listen, but if you have a plan that has long-term care, you have options. You know, they be, pushing that
Walker.
that walker. Hey, I want a switch room. I want a private room, and I want the one
By the lake.
by the lake.
That's
you know,
gonna be
like
me,
a window
honey.
view, right? Bay view, bay window. You have options, right? So again, didn't realize.
But it was so.
This is somebody may say, okay, is this new? No.
It's not.
This is nothing new. I'm telling you, I've been in the industry for 23 years, long-term care for 23 years, and I've been filing those claims for 23 years. Just didn't know, didn't have the knowledge. No one sat down with me and tell me, no, life insurance is not only when you die. You benefit while you're living. That's what we want to impress in you, right?
Yes.
You can use your life insurance,
So
the right
many
plan,
things.
the right plan. Let's get that straight. The right
And
plan.
that's why I was saying we can't sell you something. We have to tailor what's good for you and your family. And as you were saying, I think I told you that. And the reason why I had insurance when I was 21 is because I worked for a company. And I was under a broker, and she was top. Like, she was number one.
Wow.
Imagine being on Wall Street at 21 and you're not an intern.
Look at you.
Yes.
Okay.
And the president sat down with me. And so I've been around this for a long time. He said, if you pass your tests, I will pay for it. I went to that class one time and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good as an assistant. But the thing about it is the stuff that I learned, and that's why I understand the importance, the stuff that I've learned, and that's why I have multiple policies. Just because, one, I do have a child, and I have a niece, I have nephews. You understand what I mean? Like, so it's just not even about me. It's not even just about my child. It's about my family.
Otherwise, they ain't gonna remember you.
No, it makes no sense to work this hard and to have nothing, for people to come for one day, eat over my dead body, cry one time, and then that's it.
Right? You do not want to be memorable. You want to be unforgettable. What do you have?
Not even a legacy. My footprint has to be on everybody's heart.
Life insurance is the easiest way that you can live that footprint. Because do you want to come here on this earth, you die, and
what was the purpose?
Nobody remembers you? I don't think you want to live that life. So, again, life insurance is the easiest way. Now, people may say, may think that everybody can get it. I'm sorry to tell you,
no,
not everybody can get a life insurance. So we need to put that caveat,
yes,
right?
Not everybody can get it, and not everybody can be an agent.
Yes. So you have to have decent health, right? We've already covered if you've been diagnosed with cancer, if you've been in remission for at least 5 years, no treatment, no nothing, you can qualify, right? And worst case scenario, I can give you a final expense with Gerber, but it only covers $25,000. It's again a final expense just to cover your final expenses, your funeral. The average funeral in Florida is about $20K, right? So if you have kids, there's no legacy money to be left for your kids, right? So you have to have good health. I would say about 40 to 45% of those I've sat down with, they want to get something but they can't. Whether
it's too late.
Let me tell you what affects your eligibility. Bad driving record. Child support, yes.
Child support plays a role.
Plays a role because you're not responsible. You're a liability. So the child support, driver's license, if you were hospitalized with COVID, certain medication, and certain carrier will not give you a plan if you don't have legal status. But I have some companies, even if you came here on the Biden program,
depending on what you do from there.
yes, and as long as you're here, you have working papers, you can get a policy, right? I love Nationwide. nationwide is on your side. So I would say, I would say yes. So we don't collect money up front. So if you don't have anything and you want to see if you can qualify for something, all you have to do is call me, 352-809-9037, 352-809-9037, or DM me on Facebook, Danielle Noel, Instagram, I am Danielle Noel. So actually, I want all of you guys who are watching, I need you to follow me. Please, I need to increase my following numbers.
You know what? DM her and tell us where you're watching from.
Yes,
how about that?
Right?
And to get in touch with me, you have my direct cell number, 754-253. I'm sorry, 754-253-6. But yes, let's do that. So, everybody that's watching, please send a DM and tell us where you're watching
where
from.
You're watching, and please, I need to
tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes, so please share, like, share, and follow. We need you guys. We need engagement. I've been doing this for over a year. A lot of you call the station, or you call me and say, oh yeah, she's giving good information, we love her, she's very knowledgeable.
But we're not getting in touch with you guys.
You are not even following me. So I need you guys to blow up my DM. I need you guys to do that. Blow up my DM. Let me know what resonated with you today. Because today was a very special episode.
Because I was a special guest, you guys.
Yes, she is, right? Besides, this is October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We need you
to take this seriously. Take it. I hope you guys were taking notes. Take the nuggets that we're giving to you guys. If you have any questions, we're not only here, we'll be more than happy to answer them. And remember, even if it's not us, we gave you so much that you can speak and, you know, reach out to someone. But we would love for you not only to tell a friend, but to reach out to us. I would love to know who's watching, what interests you, what kept you engaged.
We've been on for almost an hour. I know you were watching. So this was deposited into my spirit. So you may say, hey, these ladies are in Florida. I'm in Kansas. I'm in Missouri. I'm in California. Guess what? I am licensed in over 30 states, and wherever you at, we can cover you. We can cover you, including Puerto Rico and Canada. So we are not limited to just our regional area. Yes, we are in Florida, but we are licensed. I can help everybody, whatever state you are in, including Puerto Rico and Canada. So again, your assignment, your homework, if you have not been tested, if you have not gone for your mammogram, whether you are male or female, book that appointment. You need to know where you stand. You need to know your numbers. You need to get that blood work. What is your A1C? Hey, you have to look at your finances. Okay, if something should happen, what's going to happen to me, to my family? I don't have a plan in place. Call me, text me, DM me, right? Or call your Sue, whatever, your ex's brother-in-law, whatever. Get something in place. We've told you, do not let cost stand in the way of you getting protected. It can be cost effective. Not everybody's guaranteed to have a policy, but at least you know you tried. Come, sit down with someone. Call me, sit down with me. Know where you stand and making sure that you're ensuring your legacy, right? So
it's
again,
important.
This was fun, Fabienne.
This was
Are
good.
you coming back?
Absolutely,
Okay.
I will be back.
So I love you guys. We care for you.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes. So wherever you are, please let us know where you are watching
I just
from.
want to say something real quick.
Uh-huh.
She said 32 states, but please understand it can be is it 52, right?
All 50,
all
yes.
52, we can cover all of those.
Yes.
Please understand,
Yes.
like we can
I
cover
serve
all of
you
this
wherever
you are.
at in the U.S., right?
And Canada.
Puerto Rico and Canada. And Puerto Rico is part of the U.S.
seriously.
territory. But hey, this was fun. This was great. I really pray. I pray that
we touch a few
did
people's
get
hearts.
something. So you who are still on the fence about life insurance, it is okay for your kids. Yes, they need to be covered. They're not gonna die. You are not going to die. And guess what? For my people who say, oh, if my husband, know I have a policy, guess what, honey? He can be the beneficiary. You don't have to tell him. I think that's the notion. People think that, okay, if somebody's on my policy, I need to tell them. You don't have to tell him anything, okay? So don't tell
God
him.
forbid something would happen to you, we would contact.
Yes.
Well, the insurance company would contact
again,
them.
we have to wrap up. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Tell us where you're watching from.